For the third installment of the American Ghost Project's Sikeston City Jail Investigation, I'd like to focus on audio. As you can see on the screen is the editing software. On the first track you can see the video, below that is the audio recording for that sequence. The waveforms go up and down, indicating audio that was recorded. During a session upstairs, Joanne captures a crystal clear Class A EVP. Listen closely.
Are you trying to scare my son?
Not a word.
We're not afraid of you.
In this next bit of footage, the team has moved into the operations room, and we decided to do a spirit box session. We got some pretty interesting audio footage. Listen closely.
Switch over to AM. What? I heard that. What? Close your ears, Mom. What's so special about John? Oh, that's a fast sleep rate. What do you think about me?
In our line of work, this is what we call spiritual interaction. John asks, "What do you think of me?" And then the response, "I don't." Listen again closely.
What do you think about me? Are you too scared to kill me? You know, nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to be afraid of. You are scared. You showed yourself right now, obviously, more amazed and impressed than scared. We have questions for you. What's the afterlife like? How does it work? What? Really? What are you doing to God? You think I can't handle you?
For those watching this episode, keep in mind that when this is happening live, we don't necessarily hear these messages. They come through relatively fast. Some come across as radio interference. We move up to the second floor of the Old City Jail in Sikeston, Missouri, to a conference room at the top of the stairs. We get incredible SB7 spirit box footage. Watch and listen closely.
Who am I speaking to right now? You turn that flashlight
I'd like to take this time to pause the video to explain a few things and go over what just happened. My mom walks up and sits down at the table. As she does, the word widow comes across through the SB7 spirit box, over multiple sweeps through multiple radio stations. Here's what's profound about this piece of evidence. Joanne Poole is the widow of Dr. Anthony Gerald Poole of Sikeston, who was a obstetrician gynecologist in the local area, and my father. He passed away Christmas morning 2014. Listen again closely.
What's the use for reading? Who are you starting this with?
John asks a question. Who runs this place? And his response? Frank. But that answer was met with a little bit of resistance, and then followed by enough. Listen closely.
Who are you starting this with? You want to speak to us?
All right, so there's a lot going on in this clip. Let me break it down to you like this. John asks, "Are you willing to speak to us?" And then there was an immediate response, "We are." And then a spirit mistakenly thinks that either John is Brett speaking, or perhaps a spirit named Brett walked up to us. And then there's a confirmation that Brett did in fact walk up. And then evidently there's a lady that's helpful. And then at the end, there is an unidentified voice. Any of the voices that are tagged in this specific episode as unexplained are voices that the American Ghost Project could not decipher. If you have any ideas, please let us know in the comments down below. Listen closely.
You want to speak to us?
All right, so there's a lot going on here as well. Let's break this one down. As we are actively trying to interact with the spirits at the downtown Sikeston City Jail, it seems that several spirits are reaching out to us saying they're ready to talk or willing to talk, listen, and now we're getting pleads for help, along with, "I'm in hell, someone's do-si-doing, I don't know if he's in hell because someone's dancing, we don't know if they need help with the dancing moves." There's spirits talking back and forth, they're having full-blown conversations. We don't hear it in real time, but I assure you, while we go back into post, we are thoroughly entertained with the interaction that we are capturing. Enjoy.
You come here with us. What was that?
Some of the interaction that we are receiving, we simply cannot explain. Some of the words that are coming through simply just don't make enough sense to us at this present time. That does not necessarily mean that the American Ghost Project will not do its due diligence to investigate and find out the meaning of each of those phrases that we are catching. Which brings me to my next point. You noticed how it said choked to death. In later episodes, perhaps even episode 4 that's coming up, we are going to release new evidence that a former inmate at the Sikeston City Jail who was alleged a crime and then hung in his jail cell. We have new evidence that might bring all of those thoughts to a grinding halt. Stay tuned for more.
Enter the spirit box.
All right, real quick, let me jump in there. I know that you just heard from me, but I've got to point this out. So as if the spirits could predict this, I think to myself, you know what? We're not getting a lot of interaction. Let's just have John hand the spirit box over to Mom. And then as if the spirits knew what was going on or could predict that's what I was going to do, they say, "You want it? I am," and continue to interact with Mom in a rather unique way. Pay close attention to this next part because her voice comes through the spirit box and is distorted by it. Listen closely.
Enter the spirit box.
Can you talk to me? Come to the red light. Tell me your name. You can touch me. Not with mine. Who's sitting beside me? What's your name?
Now 4. 1.
One.
Ask it again, Mom.
How many spirits are here?
Or 15.
Or 15.
Yeah. 15, really? That's party.
All right, so if you are paying close attention to that last little bit, clearly we are not understanding what they are trying to tell us. And as if it's humorous to them, we ask, okay, so let me back up. So mom asks how many are here, and what comes through is the name Cindy. We hear 15. The spirits actually get a chuckle out of this, laugh, and apologize for miscommunicating that number. Listen again closely.
How many spirits are here?
Or 15.
I heard 15.
Yeah. 15, really? That's party.
You all work here? Yes or no? Yeah. Do you have a message for you? Does that mean for me?
What is that? Yeah.
So if you imagine what could have been happening back in the day, someone asks for Rick, there is a proclamation of someone being gay, which I'll get to in just a moment. A car horn then beeps, which is clearly an older car horn, and then a lady saying, "Keep coming." This is literally a snapshot of what it could have been like back in the 20s and 30s in and around this structure. Getting back to the comment about being gay, either this comment means they're happy, because remember, this specific word did not always mean what it means today. So it either means that that individual is now happy that they are able to interact with us, or at a time back in the day when you could not proclaim this without severe persecution, perhaps now they're finding it a little easier to proclaim that they are in fact gay. The American Ghost Project would also like to announce that we support all lifestyles out there, and we fully support the LGBTQ community. Thanks again, and listen closely.
What is that? Yeah.
My name is Joanne. Can you say my name?
Nana? Is that Nana?
Did you say Nana?
Whoa. Whoa! What was that? Wow, I can't wait to review that one.
Who
Say
was
that
that?
again. Yeah, who was that?
Who was that?
How many spirits are here? What? Oh, 25. So 5 or 25? Are you Hispanic? Well, my friend, I don't know Spanish. You speak English? Yeah. What was your crime? Were you a criminal or did you work here?
As you can see, there are a lot of voices trying to come through our spirit box. We are just beginning investigating at the Sikeston City Jail. This is technically our first night, and we are rather new with a lot of this equipment. As we get through our investigations, we'll gain the experience needed to be able to decipher these words and communicate effectively. For the most part, I'm going to go ahead and let this play, leave it at this angle, and allow the viewer at home to enjoy this interaction. Enjoy.
Were you a criminal? Say yes or no. Did you work here? Yes or no? Were you a volunteer? Do you feel stuck here? What's the first letter of your name? I. Step right up and say your name. Come to this door and say it as loud as you can. What is that? What the hell was that? What the hell was that? That's multiple stations in Stillington, right? So it's going to go beep, 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 beep. There's no reason to do that. I'll eventually remember what buttons to do. Why are we getting so much regular now? Okay, now. Over here, let's look back at the perception. Where are you?
I'd like to take a moment and pause the video at this point and recognize exactly what just happened. I make a comment in reference to what I think is radio interference. Almost immediately and across multiple stations, the spirits respond, "It isn't," and then they say, "We've been talking." Listen closely.
We're getting so much regular interference now.
Are you on FM?
FM now. Over here, let me switch back over to reception. Where are you? Yeah, that's just bad. That's good.
Were you military?
If you notice, at precisely the exact moment that I decide to hang up the spirit box, the spirits yell, "Hang up," as if they are finished communicating as well. I'm sure that everyone knows what it means to hang up a telephone. That term has survived even through the current digital age that we are in. That being said, it is still an expression that we all use to this day. Whenever you say hang up, it means that you are finished speaking with the other person, or in this case, entities. And just like that, it gets eerily quiet. Sometimes you'll get a lot of activity, like we just experienced, and then sometimes there's a lull, almost like a spiritual wave, where you can take a break. It's at this point we're going to conclude episode 3 of the Sikeston City Jail Investigation for the American Ghost Project. We will see you very soon for episode 4 and more evidence of the Sikeston City Jail. Stay tuned and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.